Jade, I like your channel a lot. Unsurprisingly, I enjoyed your August 4th video entitled, How Do You Know That You Know What You Know? Very thought-provoking. In fact, I found myself arguing with you so much that I almost left a long comment that no one would ever read. Rather than cluttering your comments section, here's a video that no one will ever watch. The deep question you pose in your video is, what is knowledge? I find all the possible answers unsatisfactory. It seems to me that everyone's trying to take the conversational meaning of the word knowledge too far. We humans can't know, not even in principle, what real, rock-bottom, fundamental reality is. Why? Because all we have for accessing reality is our senses, which can be manipulated. We can easily erase the pain of a severe wound with medications. A surgeon can poke the exposed brain of a conscious patient in a certain place and the patient will smell oranges. We can't know anything. Our notion of truth is, oddly enough, a fiction. We made up the idea when we didn't know any better. There's no such thing as knowledge, not in any rigorous philosophical sense. Yeah, we use it conversationally, but just about everyone will admit, if pushed hard enough, that they don't really know anything beyond Descartes' resignation, I think, therefore I am. In other words, all I really know for sure is that I exist, and that only because I am having a conscious experience. What we call knowledge about the world can never be anything more than a hypothesis, a conceptual framework that provisionally explains our experiences in some useful way. You often use the word belief, which calls for some clarification. In most cases, it's a sign of humility. You believe you see a cloud of bugs, but you don't claim to know it for sure. Sadly, the word belief is often used to indicate religious belief, which is devoid of humility, full of certainty, not provisional, not subject to rationality and evidence in the same way your belief about the bugs is. Note that religious belief involves deliberate choice. In many ways, it's a token of obedience. Irreligious belief only rarely involves making any choice. You might believe you see a cloud of bugs, but when you get closer, if your senses tell you it's a cloud of smoke, you're kind of helpless. Your belief changes. You didn't choose to change your belief, it just happened. Recognizing the word knowledge as a conversational shorthand for a provisional hypothesis, it's easy to see that artificial intelligence can't know anything either, at least until it figures out a way to sense bedrock reality, which, I submit, is simply not possible. As a fun aside, note that a hypothesis can be useful even if it's not true. My favorite example is Isaac Newton's theory of gravity. We know it's wrong, but we use it all the time. Why? Because it's useful. Although I can't know in principle what the bedrock truth is, I have plenty of knowledge, plenty of provisional but useful hypotheses about my experience. I think the philosophers are trying too hard on this one.